That's what we're here for. What happens when there's no mind? What if you had no thoughts right now? And you didn't for the next hour? Yeah. Okay, because I brought these pills. No.
Take two.
The reason that we stay so stuck to the thoughts in the mind is because we have this sort of addictive identification with thought. And we have really trained ourselves, our mind, to think. And so it's very hard for us to stop and let go of that. It is a conditioned, habitual way of thinking and being. And this is why, like, satsang is very important. Because one, you get to come here and ask your questions and be in this energy. Satsang is also like a tuning fork. Do you notice that when you leave satsang, regardless of what's said, you usually feel a little better, you feel a little grounded, you feel a little centered, and somehow you're more present? That's all of our energy coming together, and we're vibing off each other, you know? When we all come together and we come to presence together, you know, it can be easier to do in a group like this. So, you know, satsang is like a tuning fork for you. And you can just come, and regardless of what's being said here, whether you're interested or not or whatever, you will still walk out feeling different. So to go beyond, you know, like the cognitive is to really start to experience, you know, either here or in your own practice, you know, these moments of no mind, and don't be afraid of them. Don't run from them. In the beginning of my practice, you know, not even maybe my practice, maybe, you know, in my early 20s, if I would have a still moment and thoughts would stop, I would go, oh my God, I'm not thinking, where are my thoughts? And I would go running looking for them. Because I didn't know how to be without thoughts. Can you be without thoughts? Can you be without thoughts? Can you rest in silence? Can you let go of all of your ideas, all of your mental and psychological formations, and just be in this moment and be nowhere else? This is what you're practicing. Because once you start to experience little snippets of it, it will be so sweet to you that you will naturally be drawn to it. You'll be like, man, okay. I got a glimpse of home. And home is not somewhere that I'm going. Home is somewhere that I am. And I'm casting away all the things that are obscuring my view of home, my experience of home. It's so beautiful to just be happy for no reason, like a child. To be really present in the moment. The real ultimately you will experience this state when you are completely present in the moment. And you can look back on your own life and recognize that this happens. Am I right or am I wrong? A lot of times, like, it happens with kids, particularly younger kids, because they're so present. You ever playing with, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, and all of a sudden they're like laughing and you're laughing, and like next thing you know, that the only thing that's happening is you're there with them, and it's this really wonderful feeling, right? That's the feeling of presence. Presence is the absence of past and future. Presence is the absence of past and future. If there was no past and there was no future, which is only a psychological formation anyway, and you were just here, literally, there was no past and no future, and you were just here in this moment, what would that feel like? What would there be to be concerned about in this moment? What would there be to be upset about in this moment? What would there be to create pain in you in this moment? Nothing. 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 And your mind right now is saying, oh yeah, but you got to think about the future, and No, you don't. No, you don't. And the less you do, the better off you'll be.